The Economic Community of West African States Court in Abuja will, on December 7, 2023, deliver its ruling on its interim measures in a case between the State of Niger and 7 others, and the Authority of Heads of State and Government of ECOWAS and 2 others. The court fixed the date after hearing both parties during a sitting held on Monday, November 21 in Abuja, Nigeria. At the hearing, the applicants, represented by their lawyers, Moukaila Yaye, and 5 others, argued that the sanctions imposed by the Authority of Heads of State and Governments of ECOWAS, led by Nigerian President Bola Tinubu, have occasioned adverse effects on the Nigerian people, including shortage of food, medicine, and electricity due to the closure of borders and cutoff of electricity supply by Nigeria. To discuss this, we're joined by Henry Ekini, legal advisor, Committee for the Defense of Human Rights. Good to have you on the news. Thanks for giving us your time.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be on your program.
What specific interim measures are being sought by the State of Niger and 7 others from the court in Abuja, and how do they aim to address the adverse effects mentioned in the case?
Basically, the sanctions clearly affects the rights of citizens, not just that of the government. And it's important to therefore state that the pressure that are being experienced by the citizens of Niger will require that the ECOWAS court would consider to probably, if you like, step down some of those sanctions. And the interim measures will be required to save the fundamental rights of the citizens that are suffering the effect of the sanctions. But the question really here that would be confronted by the court would be the legitimacy of the applicants before the court, because it is certainly going to be a serious test with the position of the community with respect to constitutional government. Where you have a party, an applicant that has approached the court, invoking the jurisdiction of the court to make one order one way or the other, will certainly put to question whether the community is going to tacitly, indirectly give some credence or some legitimacy to a rather illegitimate government. That would be a fundamental question, or rather some test on the community court of justice. But what appears that's really of concern is the unarguable effect of the sanctions on the people of Nigeria, and then certainly the violation of the right to access to food, access to basic amenities that will affect even the right to life of most of those citizens. And then it becomes an issue that the community will have to look into. But whether the applicants here are legitimate in terms of being a government that is not recognized and should not be given this kind of support or recognition by the community.
I mean, a lot to really look at when the decision is being made, but how significant is the closure of borders and the discontinuation of electricity supply from Nigeria in the context of the adverse effects mentioned, such as shortage of food, medicine in Niger, as argued by the applicants during the hearing?
Well, the sanctions, particularly the economic sanctions, and including those that restrain the movement of goods and services through the borders, which of course affects the welfare and survival of effects, really. And then it's not or legitimacy of the government, but look at the rights of citizens for survival.
We might need to continue this conversation subsequently. He had some really intriguing points to bring up, but we have to hold off now. Go for a short break. We'll be right back. Do stay with us.